Hello everyone and welcome back to another long-awaited episode of the Matured Mind series. If you are not familiar with the series, it was essentially created to help those who want to achieve more in all aspects of their own lives. How to reform your mind into a more determined and positive way of thinking. Each of these episodes are constructed delicately, meaning that one episode will not make sense without the other. So I suggest viewing the previous episodes to ensure that you can confidently and accurately intake the information found in these videos. Before I begin, I would like to mention that yes, I am outside. This is a new environment, so I do apologize for any of the environmental sounds that you hear, whether it be a lawnmower or a bird chirping or anything related to that. I really do deeply apologize. It's because I just wanted to get you guys a new area to look at, something new and something that's refreshing. You guys really enjoyed that I did that in my last video, so I decided, well, let's do it again and let's give the community what they want. I'll do my absolute best to ensure that this video comes out as clear as possible in terms of audio and visual as well. So if you have any recommendation of what I can do, please be sure to let me know in the community section of my YouTube channel. With those words being said, let's get right into this episode. The first topic I'll be discussing today is converting impatience. I personally believe there are three phases of success. The beginner, where you're just starting to use all the mental strategies you know and not letting a single thing come in your way. The second phase is impatience, the inability to wait. You begin to doubt yourself. You begin to become frustrated with your current position. You constantly compare yourselves to those who are in positions that you aspire to be in. You begin to drown in your own thoughts. You overthink, you make impulsive decisions. Then the final phase, success. You've reached that point that you worked so very hard for. The reason I have chosen this topic of impatience is because I'm going through this phase right now. I wanted this episode to be as realistic as possible. The definition of impatience in regard to success is constantly comparing your page 2 to someone else's page 200. You feel like you have worked hard enough to be at a certain position by now. You begin to become stubborn. You don't see things as clearly as you'd like, no matter how hard you try. You begin to overthink. You begin to contemplate. You doubt your abilities, questioning your path. I am a victim of these symptoms. I've experienced each and every single one of these symptoms at an extensive level. I even experienced them today. These last few weeks, I've been devastated, wondering, why am I not at this point by now? Looking back at the endless amount of time I've put in, judging my current state, judging my mentality, judging the way I think and the decisions that I make. Finally, one night at 3:46 a.m. on August 4th of 2020, I came to a conclusion. Instead of feeling my emotions, I thought about them instead. Instead of, I'm so angry and frustrated, I asked, why am I so angry and frustrated? And I realized, I'm being impatient. I'm not asserting myself. I'm not putting myself in check. However, even though I realized I was being impatient, I still wanted it really bad. I know that I need to wait, but I just want it here so badly. So I thought of two conclusions, me being impatient and me wanting something really bad, and I thought, what could I do with this? So I decided to convert impatience. So instead of, why have I not achieved this goal? I'm gonna work double the time. You can put this into your life and your career path as well. Instead of practicing basketball for 7 hours a day, you'll do it for 9. Instead of taking 45 minutes to eat, you'll take 30 minutes to eat and use that extra time to go to work. Instead of watching this new episode, you're gonna do this instead that's beneficial for your future. And this brings me into my next topic, sacrifice. Sacrifice in the context of success means to be able to let something go in order for the long-term reward. Sacrifice is one of the most important abilities to obtain on the path to success. Everyone has made some kind of sacrifice in some small capacity that they may have not even noticed. For example, you buy a screen protector for your phone. You're willing to sacrifice $5 and save a potential $80 in the future. Sacrifices get larger and larger the closer you come to success. For example, your family and friends are going out to eat, but you decide to stay in and work. Sacrifice. You have $40. You need $40 for your next project, but you're really hungry. But you sacrifice fulfilling your hunger needs in order to get that project done. Sacrifice. Many sacrifices have to do with temporary satisfaction. That means that you make decisions on things that'll only fulfill you for a limited amount of time. If every single day you complain about not having a certain piece of equipment, but you continue to pay for Spotify, Hulu, and Netflix, are you willing to be interrupted by Spotify ads for the next 4 weeks in order to get to the next step of your success? Are you willing to miss out on 7 episodes of your favorite show to get to that next step you need into success? Are you willing to lose that extra 3 hours of sleep to get that early work in before anyone else? When you make sacrifices, these are the type of questions that you need to answer. Here's a personal example. I purchased a component for my computer. I've anticipated purchasing this item for quite some time now. Unfortunately, the component was incompatible with what I already had, and I needed to buy something else. I had the exact amount of money needed for the compatible component. However, I also had the exact amount of money needed to go to an amusement park I was planning on going to the next day. I had the mental ability to sacrifice the temporary satisfaction that going to the amusement park would give me, and instead purchasing that component that I need to get me further into success. Did I miss out on a lot of fun? Yes. Did I miss out on creating memories that I would never forget? Yes. However, am I closer to success than I've ever been before? Yes. Am I this close to getting to that next step that I need into success? Yes. I was willing to sacrifice all of that for the bigger picture. The amusement park will be open forever. However, the opportunity to get this component at this exact time has worked too hard upon to exchange it for anything else. There are some sacrifices that need to be made that may end up in you losing friends, you losing certain connections with people. To conclude, some sacrifices may be very insignificant and some may be very large and outgoing, but it is imperative to be able to learn this ability and utilize it on your path to success. In my last episode, I mentioned that you can DM me on my socials, which are linked in the description. Many of you had a lot of tough experiences and issues that you went through and are still going through. So I decided that at the end of each episode, I would include a story or an issue of someone else to show you guys that you guys are not the only ones struggling to get to success, not the only ones that are trying so hard and so desperately to achieve what you want to achieve. A supporter of this series sent me the following message. Hello, Christonia. I've been interested in the Matured Mind series since it came out. As you started to take submissions about limitations of people, I wanted to do this. I have always wanted to become a Fortnite player and content creator and earn money and be able to get my living from this. But just after I got close to started gaining views and improving, I let myself drop and fall back to the start. I have had a bunch of reasons to do this, like suicidal thoughts to injuries. I have a back injury. If I stay in a position for too long, my back will start to hurt more and more until I stop and rest. At one point, I just gave up on life. I just wanted to rest and let myself free from the struggle and get that perfect life, but I knew this wasn't possible. I really need to take advice after I watched episode 4. I noticed something. Whenever I was asked by people, what do you want to do with your future? I always either acted like I never heard them, or I said I wanted to be an engineer. I do like engineering, but it was never my passion. I really need your advice. What do I do? And here was my response. Hey, thanks for being so brave for reaching out. You don't know how many individuals like to keep their issues to themselves when they have an outlet for help. I really understand your barrier here, and it's not uncommon. The feeling of quitting or even doing so is common on the road to success. Some are on the verge and some fall into it like yourself. When you come across that feeling of stopping, as if you've wasted your time, or as if you no longer believe in your abilities to achieve whatever it is you set out to accomplish, you must remember why you began. Understanding interest is imperative. Another supporter of mine had the exact same issue in a different scenario that I elaborated on in episode 2, Excuses, of the Matured Mind series. Not only that, I go in more depth in episode 3, Failure and Discipline. To briefly summarize, the advice I have for you is that you must not only remember where you started, but also find your choice of motivation, whether that be the soft route or the hard route. You can find the meaning of these terms in episode 3. Thank you so much for reaching out. I hope that gave you guys a different perspective, to know that many others are achieving, to know that many others are pushing to achieve different or even similar goals. I also have some very good news. From now on, in each Mature in Mind episode, in the description, you'll find a link to the script, which is a downloadable text file, which consists of the script verbatim. Verbatim means word for word. So each word that comes out of my mouth will be in that script. So you can go download it in the link in the description. You can tell Alexa to play it to you. You can choose to read if you want. You can choose to just get a better analysis of the information that I have to share if, just, watching a YouTube video is just too general for you and you need to get into the information a little bit more. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I wanted to remind you that the comment section is disabled across my entire YouTube channel. YouTube has not only disabled comments on channels owned by minors, but also videos that feature minors, which are people that are under 18. This is YouTube's way of stopping pedophilia. However, I will not allow that to restrict the communication with me and my audience. That being said, you can head over to the community section of my channel and place your feedback there. After every Mature Mind video, as well as any other video, I always ask you guys thoughts or feedback of the video that was just uploaded. Please let me know of any changes that you would like to see. If there are things with the video's visual or sound quality that can be changed as well. Most importantly, let me know if this series is helping you, and if there's anything I can do to allow the information to flow inside of your mind easier. The last thing I wanted to mention, if you have any issues, struggles, limitations on your path, your road to success, please shoot me a DM at my social medias, which are all linked in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate your constant support, and I wish you guys all the best on your journeys to success. Have a great day, and I'll see you all later. Adios.